A world on edge. The world holds its breath. Tensions simmer. The post-Cold War order, a fragile truce, crumbles before our eyes. Great powers circle each other, wary predators in a shrinking jungle. Old rivalries resurface, fueled by new ideologies and ambitions. The United States, once the unquestioned hegemon, finds its dominance challenged from multiple directions. China, its economy surging, flexes its military muscle. The dragon awakes, hungry for resources, influence and recognition of its historical power. Russia, under a shroud of authoritarianism, yearns to reclaim its lost empire. It lashes out, testing the resolve of the West, seeking to redraw the map of Europe in its favour. The Middle East, a perpetual tinderbox, adds its own volatile mix to the equation. Iran, driven by revolutionary zeal and a thirst for regional dominance, rattles its sabre. It targets American interests, tests the limits of international patience and pushes the region closer to the brink. Alliances shift, driven by necessity and opportunism. New partnerships emerge, fragile and prone to fracture under pressure. The world is a powder keg, and the fuse is lit. The question is not if, but when and where the spark will ignite. Shadows in the code. In this age of interconnectedness, the first salvos of any conflict are likely to be silent, invisible. Cyber warfare, insidious and pervasive, becomes the weapon of choice for nations seeking to undermine their rivals without resorting to open conflict. Critical infrastructure, financial markets and government institutions are all vulnerable to disruption, manipulation and sabotage. Russia, a master of disinformation and digital subterfuge, probes Western defences, sowing discord and undermining trust in democratic institutions. China, with its vast technological capabilities, seeks to gain control of the digital infrastructure that underpins the global economy. Trust erodes, suspicion festers, and the fabric of international cooperation unravels thread by thread. The Baltic Flashpoint. The Baltic region, a historical crossroads of empires and a powder keg of ethnic tensions, becomes a focal point of great power rivalry. Russia, seeking to reassert its dominance in its near abroad, engages in a series of provocative military exercises and airspace violations near the borders of NATO members Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. NATO, committed to the principle of collective defence, strengthens its military presence in the region, deploying troops and equipment to reassure its allies and deter Russian aggression. Both sides engage in a dangerous game of brinkmanship, each action and reaction raising the stakes higher. A miscalculation, a misunderstanding, or a deliberate provocation could shatter the fragile peace.